Let's build a dorm room for a werewolf and a vampire in The Sims 4. So I know these are enemies in game, and that's why I thought it'd be hilarious to put them in a dorm room together. So we're starting with the vampire side, and of course he has his coffin, and then I put his desk facing the werewolf side because I feel like he wouldn't want to have his back to him. I then added some clutter, like some pictures, a unit to display all his items. I feel like he's kind of posh, so he'd have like very upmarket furniture and expensive stuff. And then I added in an urn as if he's like saying to the werewolf, this is what happens when people cross me. And now moving over to the werewolf side, this is a bit more cozier and this is definitely a bit more homey. So I did in his bed a little trunk for his clothes and then some decor on the wall. I added in that picture with like the scratches through it as if it's like a vampire, and the werewolf is saying to the vampire, yeah, and look what happens to vampires who cross me. I feel like they have a very funny dynamic. So I imagine like the werewolves and vampires to be enemies to lovers. I don't know if I read too much, but I romanticise them. So I'm just adding in some clutter on his unit there. I gave him like some shelves for like some candles, some aftershave, that kind of stuff. And then on his bedside cabinet, I just gave him a couple of plants and then a lamp. Yeah, his side definitely turns out a lot more homey, and I feel like the vampire side is like a lot more sterile, if that makes sense. I gave him some sports equipment because I feel like he has to get his rage out. These werewolves are always raging, so he needed somewhere to let off steam. I gave him his desk, and then again I put a mirror like facing the room so he could like watch the vampire behind him to make sure he's not creeping up on him. And then in here I just kind of had like a little communal area. I added like a gallery wall because I feel like maybe they bond over video games or they have like similar interests but they don't admit it, so they kind of put all their posters on the wall, and then maybe they're like, hey, you like this? I like this too, like, and kind of bond over it. So I just kind of fill it with some posters. I gave them a game console so that they can like play games together. A punching bag for the werewolf because again sometimes they have rage issues. And yeah, these are the finished looks. Sorry I couldn't get good stills. I lost the actual room so I couldn't refilm it, but let me know what you think.